It was Christmas Eve. The snow was falling heavily outside, casting a soft, cold glow through the living room windows. The air was thick with the scent of pine and cinnamon. The fireplace crackled, its warmth fighting against the bitter chill outside. We were all gathered around the tree, laughing, exchanging pleasantries, when my wife, Karen, stood up, a little too quickly, her eyes flashing with something I couldn't place. She held up a manila envelope in her hands, divorce papers. She smiled, the same smile she had used when she'd handed me a drink after a long day at work. It was cold, rehearsed, distant. "I'm finally leaving him," she announced, the words sharp, slicing through the festive cheer. The room went silent for a beat, then erupted into applause. My family cheered. Her family cheered. All except for me. I didn't flinch. I didn't panic. I just smiled, my lips curling in a way that felt foreign, calculated, even to me. "Perfect timing," I said, my voice calm, even. "Now, everyone open your gifts." The applause slowed, but curiosity buzzed in the air as everyone started tearing through their presents. No one expected what came next. Karen and I had been married for 14 years. 14 years of trust, or at least, what I thought was trust. She had always been charming, always the life of the party. People loved her. But behind the scenes, things were different. There were nights I would come home early from work to find her on the phone, whispering in the kitchen, or staring out the window, a look in her eyes that I had long ago learned to ignore. But something had shifted in me. Over the last few months, I noticed small changes: her long hours at the office, her late-night dinners, the absence of affection. It didn't take long to figure out who had been filling that space. The signs were there if you knew where to look. It wasn't a matter of if, but when. I found out about the affair in the most mundane of ways. A forgotten text message left on her phone. The name on the screen was Daniel, a name I had never heard before. The message was short, but its meaning was clear: "Can't wait for tonight. Just you and me." At first, I froze. I didn't believe it, couldn't. But the more I thought about it, the more the pieces clicked. Her late nights weren't about work. She was meeting him. Daniel was her new life. And I was just a placeholder. When I confronted her, she denied everything. Of course, she did. She cried, played the victim. She told me I was paranoid, that I was imagining things. But deep down, I knew the truth. I didn't respond in anger. That wasn't my style. No, I waited. I waited for the right moment. I could have lashed out. I could have made a scene. But I didn't. I observed. I watched her carefully, learned her routine, her patterns. Every lie she told me only solidified my plan. I began to gather evidence. Phone records, credit card statements, and, most telling of all, an email with a reservation for two at a fancy restaurant, with her name and his. I wasn't just going to confront her, I was going to make sure she understood the magnitude of what she had done. I spent weeks preparing. Every interaction with Karen was deliberate. I played the doting husband, the devoted father. I kept my composure. But inside, I was cold, calculating. The pieces of the puzzle were falling into place. The plan was almost complete. Then, I prepared the final gift for Christmas Eve, the perfect trap. The night of the family gathering, Karen was gleaming with satisfaction. She had planned her announcement, her moment of victory. She was ready to leave me, to step into her new life with Daniel. She thought she had one. As the family tore into their gifts, I remained composed. And then, as they reached for the last present, the one I had carefully wrapped in black foil paper, everything changed. "Here," I said, passing it to Karen, my voice smooth, unruffled. "A gift for you." Her eyes sparkled with curiosity, and she ripped the wrapping off, only to freeze as soon as she saw the contents. It was a video. A recording of her and Daniel at the restaurant. I'd been there, hidden in plain sight, documenting the entire affair. The video captured every intimate exchange, every smile, every touch. This can't be real. She sobbed, her voice shaking. Her face went pale as the truth finally dawned on her. But it wasn't just the video that made her collapse in shock. It was the fact that I had already contacted her family, her friends, Daniel's wife. The entire room had been watching her fall from grace. The irony? She had thought she was the one controlling the narrative. She had no idea who she was dealing with. In the final moments of her humiliation, as she begged for forgiveness, I stood there, unmoving, the center of the storm. "You made a mistake, Karen," I said calmly, my voice barely above a whisper. "But unlike you, I don't forget. You've been living a lie for months, and tonight the truth is out. And no matter how much you beg, I'm done." She collapsed, sobbing on the floor. Her family, once cheering for her, now stood in stunned silence. I didn't need to say more. My silence was louder than anything I could have uttered. As the night unfolded, I didn't stay to comfort her. I didn't need to. I was already walking away from the wreckage I had carefully orchestrated. I had watched her tear apart everything we had built, and now I had taken it all back. Everyone was silent as I left the room. I could hear her muffled sobs behind me, but I didn't turn around. No words. No explanations. I had already won.